Hey everybody, this is Josh from Music Lesson coming at you with another video for an article here. If you've read the article, you're going to know that this is about the violin and where to place your fingers. Okay, so first things first here, this is going to be about first position. First position is just past the nut on your violin. This is the nut, so your first finger is going to be here, okay? Your second finger is going to be here, your third finger is going to be here, and your fourth finger is going to be here. All right, give you a little bit better view of that. Okay, a little bit better view of that. All right, so you can see where those fingers are actually going to go. Okay, so you can kind of use this as a general rule of where your fingers go. You can even put tape there. More on that in a minute, though. I've got a great method and a great way that you can accurately know where to place your fingers. But follow me here. This is first position. If you're like me, you're probably going to have done a lot of research. You want to know everything there is to know about what you're doing at the time. You will see people that play, you know, all the way up here. Okay? And that's a component of violin playing and string instruments in general. The higher we go up the neck, okay, the higher the pitch gets. Okay? The lower we go, the lower the pitch gets. Okay, so if we add fingers to any given string, we're going to get a higher pitch. That's just a component of the way the violin works or the way any string instrument works. We're going to stay in first position right now because we want to build muscle memory, okay? The intervals, the spacing between your fingers, we want to build muscle memory and get that into our brains, okay? So we're not going to do anything too much up here. This is called shifting, okay? Shifting to a different position. We're not going to do any of that right now. Stick with first position down here, work with that, get it memorized, then we can move forward. That's the way we're going to do it. That's the best way that I found for you to learn how to play the violin. Okay, moving forward. The next thing I want you to know about playing the violin is it's all about the tips, okay? 90% of the time, just like the picture in the article shows, you are actually going to play on the tip of your finger, okay? On the tip of your finger, okay? From time to time, you will pull the finger back just a little bit like this, okay? But a lot of times you want to play as close to the tips as possible. It just allows you to get the most effective pressure on the string, okay? And allows you to provide actually the minimal effort to play the violin on that particular string at that particular point of the string. Okay, so try to play on the tips as much as you can. It can lean back a little bit. That's fine too. But that's a general rule of thumb, okay? The next is location, location, location. Sounds like we're in real estate. We're not. We're in the business of violining right now, okay? And so it really does matter where your fingers go on the violin. They produce different pitches. They produce different notes. Now, that brings me to my next point, which is the don't fret finger locator system, okay? What is this thing? This is actually, if you read the article, you see there's a picture of it. This is a color-coded sticker that goes on your violin that shows you where to place your fingers, okay? I love this system. It's fantastic. Everything we do from here on out will correlate with that, and I'll have pictures and examples for you to follow in that. So here's what I want you to do. Now, just for a disclaimer, I'm not endorsed by them. They don't give me any money. That's not the way this goes here, okay? But I want you to go out and I want you to get a don't fret finger locator system and apply it to your violin, okay? Now, there are multiple versions of this, I guess you could say. The one that I want you to get is the one that has adhesive. It's a sticker. It sticks to the front of your violin. It's kind of in a cone shape. You can see it on the website here on this webpage, okay? I want you to get that one. There's another one that kind of looks like it's got wings coming out from it, okay? You don't want that. The reason being is that it adheres to itself. It overlaps on itself on the back. The problem with that is that it doesn't actually stick the violin, so it can shift around. It can move. We don't like that, okay? Because that can bubble up. That can create imperfections in your pitch, in your tuning. And that maybe you're playing in the right place, but those bubbles will make your string go out of tune, okay? And it can shift, making your finger go in the wrong place, okay? So get the one that's sticky. Get the one that has the adhesive, okay? The next thing is make sure you get a don't fret system that applies to your specific violin size. So 4/4 for a full-size violin, 1/2 size, 1/2 for a half-size violin. Okay, make sure you get the right one, or your fingers are going to be placed in the wrong place, and you'll be out of tune when you play on the violin. Okay, so that's going to be very important. Okay, all right, color-coded. These fingers are color-coded. Yellow is your first finger. Okay, so yellow tape is where you're going to be placing your first finger, which is right here. Okay. Second finger is the red tape. That's where you're going to be placing your second finger right there. Okay. If you're a DIY type person, you can go ahead and look at the violin in relation here to the location, and you can kind of do it yourself, but I highly suggest getting the Don't Fret system because it is very accurate. The blue tape is your third finger, and it's going to be right next to your second finger. Matter of fact, they're going to touch. Okay? All right, and then the next one is the orange tape, and it's going to be right here. This is your fourth finger. Okay, so you can get an idea of where these fingers are located, okay, and how to press them down. Your fourth finger is going to be a little bit more slanted and laid down than your other fingers, okay? Now, as a final thought here, stick with the first, second, and third fingers for now. You'll get to the fourth finger, okay? But give it 3 to 5 days. Really get comfortable with the first, second, and third finger and kind of do that first and produce muscle memory for those fingers. They're the easiest ones to work with. The fourth finger is a bit on the unruly side. Trust me, dealt with it my entire career of violin playing. 26 years now that I've been playing the violin. Stick with the third finger first. Work with that. First, second, and third fingers first. Work with those, then move on to the fourth finger. Okay? Trust me, you've got plenty of time to work with it. Next thing is, also for the first 3 to 5 days, stick with just pizzicato. There's no need to use your bow just yet. Stick with pizzicato. Work on where these fingers are located with pizzicato. Okay, so you're going to be playing something like this. Okay, work with it like that, then add the bow once you feel comfortable that you have it sufficiently memorized. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be at this point. Trust me, this is a process. Keep working on it, and you're going to get very good at it, okay? Then after the 3 to 5 days period, add your bow in, okay? And start playing with the fingers separately, détaché, okay? Separate bows each, and play with your first, second, and third fingers, okay? All right, I hope this helped. Practice this as much as you can. You're going to get the most out of this the more you practice, okay? And I'll see you soon. Have a great day.